And this is a trick-taking game, and it follows your usual trick-taking rules where you have to follow the lead suit if possible, and the highest value is going to take the trick. But an interesting aspect of this game is that you don't really alternate trump suits. Instead, there's a specific card that is pretty much always trump, which is the black colored cards. But then there's also two special white cards that act as a wild suit, and you can play them anytime. One of them is called the rare card, which just beats all other cards out on the trick, while the other one is the white flag card, which makes you always lose the trick. And I always love seeing all the different ideas that designers come up for the different trick-taking games, and this game does not disappoint, because you're going to have your base set of cards that you're going to be playing your tricks with, but then at the start of each game, you're going to be drafting a set of character cards. And these are going to be doing different things like giving you special abilities or even scoring potential. And although some of these can be played into a trick, these do not go into your hand of cards. Instead, these just remain on the table face up for all the players to see. And there are some rules to drafting these cards, but at the end of the draft, each player is going to have a bid card that could have one or more number of tricks specified on it. And the way that that card works is that it's essentially a bet that if you're able to win exactly one of those numbers of tricks, then you'll get the associated victory points. But then each player will also have a queen card with a special ability that you can use once per round, and then also a king card that you can only use once per game. The king card is the highest card in the game, so if you do play it and there's no other king cards, then you will win the trick. Catch here is that when you play a king card, you do flip it over after the trick, and it does have a number of victory points associated with it, and the only way that you get those victory points is if you didn't use the card. So you do have some incentive not to play your king. And the game continues like this until there's no cards left to play, and then the player with the most victory points at the end of the game wins the game.